Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. So we talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Roach Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. We just passed 630 subs. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I hope I can continue to make great content you guys will enjoy in the future. Now in Fayetteville, Arkansas, Eric Musselman is on a roll right now in the transfer portal, and he does it yet again. Ellis, the former Louisville guard, has decided to transfer to the Arkansas Razorbacks. This is unbelievable what Eric Musselman is doing at Arkansas. He's obviously done a great job in the portal the past couple years, but this is by far his best year yet. Eric Musselman has Arkansas with the best transfer portal class in college basketball by far this season, and he's not done yet. He probably could even land another player or two in the portal if there are still spots available. This is unbelievable what Eric Musselman is doing. I'm going to go over how important Ellis will be to the Arkansas Razorbacks next year, and whether I think that officially Arkansas is the best team in the SEC preseason, potentially in college basketball, and maybe a top 10 team as well. Ellis obviously played at Louisville this past season, and he did a great job with the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville was a bad basketball team last year, but don't let the record fool you. He was by far their best basketball player on the team, and Ellis, he does not want to be on a losing team anymore. I don't blame him, but he did average 17.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, and 4.4 assists for Louisville last year, and that's really solid to have 4.4 assists on a basketball team like Louisville that didn't really have a lot of great players that were able to score. So Ellis still was able to get that assist number at a pretty high level, being on a bad basketball team. He scored at a high level, averaging 18 points per game. He's a 6'3" guard, so he's the right size for a guard. He's not too short, he's not too tall overall. Maybe you like him maybe be around 6'4", 6'5", but that doesn't really matter because of some other players that Arkansas has coming in as well. But Ellis is a really good guard. He shoots 41% from the field, 31.9% from the three-point line, and 81% at the free throw line. Obviously, the three-point percentage is a little low. You would like him to be a bit better of a three-point shooter. But again, as with a lot of other transfers that are coming from bad schools to better schools, sometimes that three-point shooting percentage is lower because you're taking a high-volume number of threes and you're taking bad shots because you're on a bad basketball team that you're being asked to do a lot for and be able to take a lot of those threes and aren't necessarily great shot attempts. So going over to Arkansas, I think Ellis could definitely improve that three-point shooting percentage, and he shoots a really solid percentage from the free throw line. So overall, this is a massive addition to get Ellis from Louisville for the Arkansas Razorbacks, and this just goes to show and continue to show what Eric Musselman is doing in the transfer portal. It's an unbelievable job overall what he is doing, grabbing all these transfers from the portal this offseason, and he has to have by far the #1 class in the portal because what else has he done? He's brought in Keyon Menifield, a 6'1" guard from the Washington Huskies, and he's a really good guard that has the potential to be in the NBA. A really solid player. He's a good facilitator. He was really good at passing the ball to his teammates at Washington, which Washington was a much worse team last year as well. His assist numbers should go up being at Arkansas, where he's going to be surrounded by much more talent. So I think Keyon Menifield is a great pairing to have next to Ellis. Also, you have Khalif Battle for the Arkansas Razorbacks as well, transferring from Temple to Arkansas. And so many Arkansas fans were happy about Khalif Battle, but now you're getting Ellis as well. Both are 6'3" guards. Both are bucket getters. You're going to have to find a way to be able to have both players be on the floor, potentially at the same time at times, unless Arkansas wants to bring Khalif Battle off the bench and have Ellis start. But I do think that Eric Musselman will have to find a way to be able to use both at the same time. So maybe that meshing will take some time to be able to work itself out. But I do think that overall, Ellis and Khalif Battle are both bucket-getting guards. They're definitely going to be able to fill it up for Arkansas next season. And there is no better guard trio in the SEC next season than what Arkansas has coming in through the transfer portal. And it's not done yet. Also, Eric Musselman brought in Tramon Mark, a 6'5" guard from the Houston Cougars. Tramon Mark is a really solid guard. He's a big body, kind of plays more of the 3 position. And Tramon Mark is one of the best defenders in college basketball, coming from a Houston team that is a great defensive team overall. He's going to be able to bring that toughness to the Arkansas lineup, and that's 4 guards that Eric Musselman's bringing in. You're losing Nick Smith, and you're losing Anthony Black to the NBA draft. And maybe Arkansas won't have the high NBA talent with these guards that they had last year with Nick Smith and Anthony Black, but this guard unit has the potential to be better because it's deep. Eric Musselman is putting together a deep Arkansas basketball team. All 4 of these players are going to play a big role next season, whether they all 4 start or if 3 of them start. Maybe Khalif Battle comes off the bench, which he did do at Temple as well. Maybe Eric Musselman told him that he would bring him off the bench again, but he would play a lot of minutes. But this is a great guard unit for Eric Musselman and the Arkansas Razorbacks is by far the best in the SEC, unless somehow Kentucky or some other basketball team in the SEC is able to bring in some great guards as well. But the transfer portal, there's still tons of players in it. It's nowhere near done yet. But what Eric Musselman is doing at Arkansas, he has by far the best transfer portal class. And he also has brought in Jeremiah Davenport from Cincinnati. And Jeremiah Davenport is a 6'9" forward that had some success at Cincinnati. He averaged around 9 points per game, so maybe he won't be as high profile of a transfer as these 4 guards are for Arkansas, but he needed some transfer portal depth from the forward position, and he got it with Jeremiah Davenport. I think he will play a solid role for Arkansas next season as well. But Arkansas, they have a fantastic basketball team full of transfers. He has some recruits coming in, potentially some players returning. I think overall, looking at Arkansas's roster, this has to be one of the deepest basketball teams in college basketball for next season, and specifically at the guard position. Eric Musselman is a maestro in the transfer portal. There's a lot of coaches in college basketball that are landing great talent in the portal, but this amount of great talent, I don't think so. And obviously the portal is not done yet. I still think there's going to be a lot of other players that enter the portal and go to some of these bigger programs. Maybe the Blue Bloods get some more players, and they'll be able to get close to matching what Arkansas has brought in through the portal. But I don't think any team in college basketball as of this time has brought in what Eric Musselman has brought in with Jeremiah Davenport at the 4 spot to provide good center depth, and 4 great guards in Keyon Menifield, Ellis, Khalif Battle, and Tramon Mark. And I think Ellis has the potential to be the best of them all. Khalif Battle, he might be a better scorer, but I think Ellis is a better overall player. He's a great passer. He's also a really good scorer, and I think that his efficiency numbers are really going to improve for Arkansas next year, and he's definitely going to be a big reason why Arkansas could be the best team in the SEC next season. I don't know, maybe some other team in the SEC can have a really great year. Kentucky has a lot of 5-star freshmen coming in. They have a lot of talent, but this is experienced guard depth for Arkansas and an experienced team overall. And Arkansas, like I said, Eric Musselman I don't think is done in the portal yet. And looking at the team that they could have returning, they have some guys that are going to be coming back, and they have some talented freshmen coming in. I'm really liking what Eric Musselman is doing at Arkansas, and I know some people have questioned Eric Musselman's coaching, saying that maybe he's not as good of a coach as Nolan Richardson, but with all the talent that Eric Musselman has coming in, it shows that he can recruit, he can bring the talent in. Now he's got to be able to develop and mesh that talent together, and if he's able to do that, then I think that Eric Musselman will have the best team in the SEC next season overall if everything goes to plan, if everything works out. The biggest worry is to be able to mesh Ellis and Khalif Battle together, but if Eric Musselman could do that, then Arkansas's trajectory is through the roof. They should be in fantastic shape next season. Ellis is a player that wants to win. He's transferring from Louisville to Arkansas for that reason. Even though he's going to have to be going up against a lot of other guards on the same team, he's going to have to compete with them in practice. I think this shows me that Ellis, he wants to win, and he wants to be able to compete against other guards to potentially help him get to the NBA, and some of these other players on Arkansas's roster as well. But Eric Musselman, he is doing yeoman's work in college basketball right now in the transfer portal. He's doing a fantastic job bringing all these players in, and Ellis is the latest one, a huge addition for Arkansas. Ellis is a great basketball player that should have a lot of success for Arkansas next season, and I don't think Eric Musselman is done yet, but as it stands, Arkansas looks like potentially they could be the best team in the SEC next season, and Ellis and Khalif Battle and some of these other transfers are going to be a massive reason why. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below what you think about Ellis transferring from Louisville to Arkansas, and how you think Eric Musselman's going to be able to get all this guard depth to mesh together, and whether you think Ellis is the biggest transfer portal addition that Arkansas has got, or if it's Khalif Battle or some other player. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.